Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story, where I love sharing with you the two things that I love, teaching and crochet. Today is Sunday, February the 4th, and I'm just here to sit back and chit-chat with you for a little while to let you know how I felt like last week went as far as videoing, planning, that kind of thing, and what I hope that you'll be able to see this next week. I was going to say year, but no, let's just keep it 1 week at a time, shall we? But before I get to that, let me say thank you to all of you that are catching my video. I hope that you've kind of had a moment to sit down with something to drink and just, you know, sit back and listen to me chit chat with you for a little bit. And if you are doing that, congratulations, because it is Sunday and we do need to always take a little bit of time on the weekends to just sit down and catch our breath, don't we? If this is your first time in, welcome to you as well. I'm very happy that you've taken a moment to see what my channel is all about. And as I said, on Sundays it's just chit-chatting, you listening to me talk about things that I like to do and what I hope to have planned for you. Basically gab about myself, honestly. But I do hope that you'll stay and listen to the whole video and take just a moment to go look at all the other content on my channel, and hopefully it'll lead you to hit that subscribe button that's down there in the corner, but also look for the bell that has those little hugs on the sides, because it'll let you know every time I upload some content. And speaking about content, folks, I think that I have finally got my groove going. I mean, you know, it's one thing to think up here and try to keep it all up here. I'm going to do this day, this day, this day, this day. Okay? And like I said, it's good to do that because I am a planner. And I kind of like to know where things are going, how they're going to fall, and how I'm going to accomplish it. Well, I've kind of had a rocky start this year. Not because of the things that I want to do, but I don't know. My brain was getting scrambled as to when I wanted to do them. I kept trying to make things fit where I wanted them to fit, and the flow just wasn't working. So I kind of took a week off, and not by not doing anything, but I mean not putting up as much content, so I could kind of figure out where my groove was going to go. With a little bit of rearranging and some specific planning to kind of help keep myself on a schedule, I think I got myself worked out. At least I hope so. We're going to see how it works out for the next few weeks, and hopefully, you know, things will start flowing the way I want them to, and in a more manageable pace for myself. So that's what I was working on. Now I do know that some of my videos kind of got stacked on one another, you know, maybe 2 or 3 in one day, and that's not what I wanted. But because of internet issues, because of just timing on myself, and like I said, you know, all good plans sometimes just don't plan out that well. So anyway, but I've decided that even though I may have something planned, if I cannot accomplish it within the time frame that I want, then I'm just going to stop and show you where I'm at, rather than pushing myself to try to get that project to a completed stage. Because, you know, a lot of times it's not all about the final end of the journey, it's about showing the journey, and I have to get that in my head. Maybe it would just be better for me to say, you know what, this is what I had planned for you, but this is all I was able to accomplish. So let's talk about where I'm at in the project. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Well, I just got to keep telling myself that. So that's kind of one thing I've learned in the last few weeks, is not to be so hard on myself when I say, all right, I want to have, let's just say, I was working on some granny squares for yesterday's The Year of the Granny video. My intention had been to get it completed and at least filmed, edited, you know, everything you got to go through, and have it up by noon yesterday. Didn't happen, folks. But I think you would have been just as happy to see one completed square and how the next one was coming along, right? Rather than me pushing myself to get that second square finished so that you could see two completed little items. So, as I said, I'm going to back off from that just a little bit. I'm going to say this is what I'm going to get accomplished up to this point, and then take it, run with it. So, you may not see as many completed projects as of the time that I wish to upload for you, but maybe you would enjoy seeing the progress and the journey that I myself am going through with that project, and, you know, maybe inspire you to pick it up, to see that, you know what, it's really not that hard. And speaking of things that are really not that hard, on Mondays, I will be showing you my progress on the mosaic that we are doing with Michelle Mosaics and More. The project that we're working on right now is called the 4 Seasons Mosaic Blanket. Now, you know, Maureen does not like to crochet blankets, but I truly enjoyed the show lock last year. I really did, because you can work on it just at a section at a time, like you can with all blankets. But, you know, the thing that I like about mosaics is that you see the development of the story. And the story of this blanket is the changing of the 4 seasons. And folks, you can do that blanket in any colors that you want. For me, I'm going to go a little bit different route, which I will tell you about in tomorrow's video. But the one thing I want to ask you is, if you have never tried mosaics because it looks too intricate or because you think it's too hard, don't do that. I'm going to leave a link to Michelle's channel down in the description box. I want you to go check her out. I really do. Now, I know that there are a lot of other good channels out there that teach mosaic design, that, you know, do the same thing that Michelle is doing, but I'm just going to support Michelle in this particular journey. And she's very comfortable with working one-on-one, in a group, doesn't matter. And she's extremely patient. So speaking about Michelle, she comes on every Sunday afternoon right after Twisted Fiber Friends. We go on at 4 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, and she comes on right after us from 5 to 6. She is there to show you her progress, to answer any questions. And, you know, if you just want to hang out somewhere and look to see what it is she's doing and what others are doing in that little crochet along, go over there and check her out. I mean, at least just once, to see what she's all about. And you don't even have to be working on a mosaic. If you just want to pop in there and see what it is that it's all about, her take on it, then go over there and sit for a spell. Just listen to her. And if you are someone that loves to do mosaic and you need a new project, or you might need to add a new mosaic project, just saying, you can go over there and visit with her and look at the pattern itself, and, you know, just chit chat with her, because it is live. All right, it's not pre-recorded, it is live. Let's see, I was able to get that going. I do hope that you got to see my little Impkin last week on my Amigurumi Wednesday. Did y'all see it? Did you like it? If you didn't, you need to go and check out Pearl. I will show you Pearl. She's sitting right here. My very first little Impkin. There she is. Her name is Pearl. She is the queen of the Concho River clan. And that's all I'm going to tell you about her. But I will tell you, she does have a mind of her own. So if you want to check out Pearl, go back to Wednesday, what was that, February the 1st? And you'll see my little amigurumi video in which I introduced to the world Pearl. Let's see, I was able to get that one out. Doing good. showed you some happy mail last week on a book that I got from Daniel from 4h-Yarns. It was one of my Christmas presents. He was my secret Santa, so I do hope that you'll go check that out as well. It's a cute, cute little book, folks. And of course, it's amigurumi, so I mean, you know, that's right up my alley. And like I said, I didn't buy the book, so I know my husband's happy on that one, even though he keeps threatening to have a big old book bonfire. Let's see. And then, as I was saying earlier, I came up with a couple of ideas for some granny squares that I am working on, and I hope that you'll jump back to yesterday's video and look at that as well, because I think it's going to turn out cute. And I do hope, but I'm not going to push it, I do hope to show you the final product, at least of one of the granny squares, of the idea I kind of just came up with thinking, this might work. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check that video out. So these are my plans, folks, for this upcoming week. I do have a new amigurumi to show you, and I will be filming a new floral stitch. You know, I've got this little floral thing going on. I have compiled several stitches out there that make a very beautiful floral design. There's tons of them out there. So I just thought I would start the year on my stitch tutorials with just different stitch designs and what you can do with them. So there'll be a new one of those coming out this week. I do hope to have my scarf that I'm working on not only in the finished product stage, but also in the video that will help you to get started if you like it and choose to make it. And then of course we'll have a couple of more granny squares, or at least one more granny square, to show you how I'm going to round out that project that I showed you yesterday. Today, Twisted Fiber Friends at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be at my house, so be sure that you come and see us. We'll be finishing up the tutorial on the parallel pass scarf. It is designed by Daniel from 4h-Yarns, and he was so gracious to share the pattern with us so that we could share it with you. Folks, it really is beautiful and easy. And as we told you last week, because we did part 1 last week, and so if you'd like to see part 1 before you come to Twisted Fiber Friends this afternoon, be sure and go and grab it. We were at Daniel's house last week. In fact, I'll go grab it and drop the link down in the description box if you'd like to go see that before this evening's. And then, as I said, right after us will be MOSAIC and more. You'll catch me live on Friday evening, 6 o'clock, for Southern Sisters. I hope that either Connie or Froggy will be able to visit with me. But you know what? I think I did pretty good all by myself this last week with the support of those of you that like to come and sit with me. So you just made it so easy for me to just sit there and chit-chat and answer questions and tell you stories about myself. So I'm going live, as I said, Southern Sisters at 6. And then you can see me with Carrie the Yarny Elephant on Tuesdays for bingos, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday throughout the morning. That's all I got for you folks for this little Sunday chit-chat. I hope that you were able to stay here all the way to the end, because I would like to ask you to share out the video. Let folks see what kind of channel I'm all about, and maybe it'll help me to earn 1 or 2 more subscribers, because you know what, folks? The more people that get to see us as content creators, not only does it help our channels to grow, but one other thing that I have noticed is many of you are so gracious to not only leave comments that, you know, this was great, how wonderful, or just hi, good morning. Doesn't matter what your comment is. It just lets us know that there are folks out there looking at us, liking what we're doing. So if you don't mind, share out this video to your family and friends, and who knows, maybe there's something that I do in my own special way that might talk to them and encourage them to either start crocheting or to continue with their crochet adventure. So that's all I have for you for today. Hope to see you again next time. for Sunday's Chit Chat. But until then, you know what I'm going to say. Remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your special light that they need to see. I love you. Bye.